Oh man, I at least see myself, so that's got to be a good sign.
It's totally working. You got
I'm
it.
Dr. Laura Ritchie. I am a doctor of physical therapy. Through my own journey of cancer and chronic Lyme disease and migraines and hip dysplasia, became a certified women's health and functional nutrition coach and a national board certified health and wellness coach. And what that means is I just became really passionate about natural health and tools to support us. And as Lisa so beautifully does, she talks to us about reducing our toxic load, because we can do that in lots of ways. What we're putting on our skin matters. And the same thing comes into play when we're talking about pain or discomfort. So whether you have head tension or neck tension, there's a lot of tools that we can use. And I like to say, I'm not against Western medicine. I'm a physical therapist. I'm a licensed healthcare professional. What I believe is informed self-care. So if we have something that's safe and natural and doesn't create side effects and isn't habit forming, that's something that we can go to in a pinch when we're hurting first. And if it doesn't work, then yes, by all means, have other options and you can work with your healthcare professional on that. But we're really going to dive into head or neck tension, and I'm going to share my top tips for you with that and what I do when I'm having any kind of head or neck tension, headaches, migraines, something painful that pops up. So the first oil that I grab is frankincense. And frankincense is such a beautiful oil. It's such a historical oil. It's one that has been used throughout history, but it's a very grounding oil and it's really great to help with inflammation. So what I like to do if I'm having head or neck tension is actually put a drop of frankincense on my thumb, and then you can press and hold to the roof of the mouth for about 30 seconds. I'm not going to do it for the whole 30 seconds, but you can kind of see, press and hold. It does taste like a tree. It comes from a tree. So just prepare yourself for that. But when you're having severe head tension, usually we're like, okay, let's do what we need to do. But this is a sesquiterpene that actually crosses the blood-brain barrier. So we can push it up at the roof of the mouth to really help when we're having migraines or head tension or something happening like that. So it's a quick, simple thing that you can do, press and hold. You can repeat that every 5 minutes as needed when you're having intense pain with that. The other oil that I like to grab is copaiba. Now, Frank and Co. are kind of like peanut butter and jelly. They're like BFFs with this. So copaiba actually works on the endocannabinoid system. And we like to call it the new CBD oils. So if you've heard of CBD, it's fairly expensive. There can be traces of THC with that. That's why if you're doing a drug test, maybe you work at a hospital or government agency, THC can show up in your drug test. Copaiba, we say, is legal in all 50 states. There is zero THC that you have to worry about, no psychotropic effects with this, but it works really well for inflammation and pain. So I just do a drop under the tongue like that. And that's a quick thing that you can do. You could do this daily, truly, a drop of frankincense and a drop of copaiba under the tongue just to help with inflammation and supporting your body. These oils, what's kind of cool about them is they work on every single system in the body. Neurological, musculoskeletal, respiratory, like they're really working on supporting that. So it's a simple thing that you can do to help when things are coming on. Now so we're talking more roof of the mouth and sublingual to get that essential oil into the bloodstream fairly quickly. Please, please, please only do this with a pure pharmaceutical grade essential oil. They're not all the same. Please do your own research. Please don't buy frankincense from Walmart and then try to do this. You're not going to like me. And the truth of the matter is any use of an essential oil is systemic. And we're breathing it into our lungs, it's going into our brain, it's going into our bloodstream, into our digestive system. So we really need to make sure that what we're using is pure. And what's nice is if you see a supplement fact on that bottle of oil, you know that you can take it internally. If you don't, it's not one for internal use. So that's a really great little tip. So a couple things for topical use that you can do. Peppermint, a lot of people will think of peppermint essential oil for head or neck tension. You can apply it over temples, forehead, back of the neck, base of the skull. I love peppermint because it's very cooling. You could also even add a drop to water. Glass or stainless steel, never plastic, but a glass or stainless steel cup. especially if you're somebody when that head tension comes in, you get a lot of nausea and upset stomach and you start to feel yucky. So peppermint's a good one that you can go to. Another one is this blend called Past Tense, and it's actually the tension blend. So I will tell you, this essential oil made me a believer of essential oils. I kind of thought, I don't need oils. I'm not hippy dippy. Like, I don't know about this. And this one stopped me in my tracks. So this is a blend and it has winter, it has peppermint. And so I kind of think when in doubt, start with a blend, because there's going to be something in that blend that is going to help you. But this has things like peppermint, wintergreen, lavender, frankincense, marjoram, Roman chamomile, basil, rosemary. There's a lot of oils here that can help with pain and discomfort. So what I do with this, you can either apply it to your finger and just start putting it on your temples. And you can actually make a roller bottle with it. So you could grab a roller and pour some in. I like it straight up, y'all, but I was like big time migraine sufferer. Or you could do maybe 20 drops and then top with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. But same thing. Now these you can layer together. So you could put your peppermint on and you could layer with Past Tense as well. But I do forehead, temples, base of the skull, right there. You'll feel, or if you feel any tension anywhere, back of the neck. And then I will kind of rub on over shoulders as well on each side. And then on your neck muscles. So we have sternocleidomastoid and scalenes. So basically get all of this, because when you're in a pain flare, everything is going to flare up with that. And those muscles are going to kind of tighten up. So wherever you're feeling that tension, put that tension blend, put that Past Tense on. You can also do a nice little inhale as needed. There's some interesting research that lavender essential oil, just diffusing that, can help to reduce pain in postoperative patients. So I'm like, why not? The cool thing is that sense of smell has a direct link into your central nervous system, into the limbic system of the brain, which allows for memories, moods, and emotions. And this is where we want to turn down the dial of pain, like with the central nervous system. So another blend is Deep Blue. This is our soothing blend. So you can layer these all together. This one's designed for pain. Typically we kind of say like shoulder up, past tense, shoulder down, like below, Deep Blue, but you may find that doing a combination of those two can be really helpful. So same thing with your Deep Blue. It actually is blue. It's the blue tansy. So just to kind of give you an idea, you can see it's blue. It won't turn you into a Smurf when you rub it in. It'll be just fine. But same thing, you're going to apply temples, forehead, and it kind of depends, you know, if you're a migraine sufferer, if you're having it on one side of the head, you know, really hit that area. Just continue to layer. Where I think people run into trouble is they forget to reapply. If you're applying oils and it's working and say you're 70% better, reapply. And you can reapply every 15 to 20 minutes as needed for this. So covering those areas can be really, really great. The last blend that I'll highlight is Aroma Touch. Now, this is the massage blend, and a lot of people will think of, oh, okay, that's nice. You know, I'll take it with me for my massage. But there's specific oils in this blend, and they're all a little bit different, but they can all be used synergistically. But this one has oils like cypress in it to really help with circulation. So we're talking about blood flow, supporting your muscles. So I really like to layer Deep Blue and Aroma Touch. It's really great for any type of painful thing. So play with this. You may start with the frank at the roof of your mouth and go pipe under your tongue, and then maybe you'll add in some peppermint oil. And if you're still not getting the relief that you need, maybe add in some Past Tense. But you can play and you can use them synergistically. Don't be afraid to layer your oils, or if an oil's not working, grab a different oil. That's really important too, to kind of add in for help. Okay, if you have hormonal head tension, and maybe it's always happening around your cycle, or you're really struggling with perimenopause or menopause or hot flashes and hormones, and maybe that's kind of the underlying issue going on with your head tension. Clary Calm is the women's hormonal blend, and it sounds weird. Typically, we use this for painful period cramps, for hot flashes, for hormonal balance, and you can do that by applying it. You can roll it right along the lower abdomen, so kind of a swipe along your panty line, and it sounds weird, but around the ankles. great place to put your essential oils. It's a meridian point for the uterus and is really helpful for hormones. But if you're having hormonal head tension, you can roll this right over where you're having it: forehead, temples, back of the neck, base of the skull, all of those areas too. So depending on what you're struggling with, you may want to mix it up a little bit and try that. Now, big guns. If you're somebody who has really, really tight upper traps and shoulders, you carry your tension there, maybe you have a lot of neck tension going on, head tension, a layer up would be to do something like deep blue rub or the deep blue stick. So the essential oils are great. Again, you can layer these all together. You can mix and match. But the rub is going to be more of a like non-toxic muscle rub. It's a cream. It's thicker. Hot tip: wash your hands after you apply this, or things are going to be tingling that you don't want to be tingling. So you're going to, same thing, shoulders. I'm going to give myself a little nice massage here. Really work that in and use that. Now, what I love about the stick, this is a new product. I love the deep blue rub. We all love the deep blue rub. My mom calls it her magic sauce. But the stick now comes, it's kind of like a great big chapstick, if you will, or almost like a deodorant. And it's deep blue plus copaiba essential oil. So remember that copaiba that we were talking about? When you add copaiba with other oils, it increases absorption. And it's done for you here. The nice thing is this is hands-free. So you're not going to get sticky fingers. You're not going to have to accidentally worry about touching near your eye. We all do that, by the way. If you put peppermint oil on or deep blue and you accidentally forget and touch your eye, you're one of us. It's like an induction into the essential oil world. So just grab your carrier oil. You're going to want to rinse it with water. Please don't do that. Grab your carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, apply it around the eye or even on a washcloth and hold it up, and it will pull that out and that sting will go away. Because remember, waters and oil don't mix. If anything that we talk about gets uncomfortable, add more carrier oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, almond oil, like any of those is really helpful. Yeah, try the Clary Calm for hormonal headaches. It's really good. So the stick, same thing. You can just roll that on, apply that over your sore muscles, over the neck. I love this so much. I had some hip surgeries and about 7.5 months ago, and I've been using the stick a lot. So this is another great option too. So play with your oils, play with the deep blue rub and the stick. Typically, I kind of tend to think of oils for more acute stuff, like something that came on really fast, or maybe you sprained your ankle or something. And I tend to think of these for more stuff that's been going on for long term. And this covers bigger surface areas, so low back, hips, things like that. So that's really great too. Don't be afraid to layer. And then last but not least, we have some options for internal support too, to help with inflammation. So apply the oils and deep blue topically for localized support to help those muscles calm down. And I would say after you apply those, especially if you're having head tension or migraine or something, go get an ice pack and apply that to the base of your skull and go lie down into a dark room and see if you can go to sleep. When you're able, that's going to help with the blood flow going to the brain and kind of calming down, like with those migraine activities. And also when you can sleep, the brain can kind of start to detox and drain and get some support there. So apply all your oils, put that ice pack at the base of the skull, and go try to sleep if you can in a dark room. That's going to be really helpful. So deep blue polyphenol complex, this is basically all things anti-inflammatory. It has your frankincense in it. We talked about taking that internally and in different pathways, right? When we're putting frank on the roof of the mouth or under the tongue, we're getting that into the bloodstream fairly quickly. This is going to be going into the digestive tract, into the system, so it's going to be processed a little bit differently. It's got curcuminoids from turmeric, ginger, green tea, pomegranate, grapeseed extract, resveratrol, and all of the doTERRA supplements have a tummy tamer blend to make sure that it's easy on your gut. So ginger and peppermint and caraway. My brother-in-law could not take any supplements, none. He would have really bad gut issues with it, and they would just make him feel sick, like he was going to toss his cookies. And doTERRA has been the only supplements that he can take, and I really think it's because of that tummy tamer blend. It makes a difference. So this is kind of overall inflammation. So you can take 2 of these when you're having head or neck tension, or if you're somebody that maybe has some lingering inflammation and some things going on, you could take one with breakfast and one with dinner daily to support you too. The turmeric dual chamber capsules, when I have a migraine, I will take 2 of these. What's really cool about these, if you like getting nerdy into the science, they're actually really pretty if you look at it. So you can see, if you see closely, there's the essential oil kind of here at the bottom, that liquid, those are the tumerones. And then you see that beautiful bright yellow, those are the curcuminoids from the plant. So most turmeric supplements, if you were to go into Whole Foods and buy a turmeric supplement, it's just going to be the curcuminoids. And that's why they will tell you to take it with black pepper and a healthy fat and able to be absorbed. People say you are what you eat. You actually are what you absorb. What's brilliant about this, and it's like a patented design chamber, this dual chamber double capsule, is that you have the curcuminoids as well as the tumerones from the essential oil. We do have turmeric essential oil. So if you were to take turmeric essential oil internally, you would get about a 7 times absorption rate compared to that generic turmeric supplement that you get at the health food store. With this, because it's the entire plant, tumerones plus curcuminoids, you get an 11 times absorption. I've not seen another turmeric supplement on the market that can do that. So that's kind of cool. So I will take 2 of those as needed if you're having really bad head tension or neck tension. And you can repeat, like if you take 2 of those and then 4 hours later, take another one. So every 4 to 6 hours, you can use those internally as needed too. Similar is the copaiba soft gels. So again, different pathways of mechanism, but we've got the copaiba oil for topical under the tongue. You can also try the soft gel. Taking that internally, I'll do 2 of those as needed to help with inflammation and to help with pain. So depending on what you need, and sometimes mixing it up, and sometimes truthfully, I will do sublingual and a soft gel. I want to give you lots of different options so that you can try different things and find what works best for your body and that bioindividuality. And then last but not least is this bone nutrient complex, which actually has vitamin C, D, and calcium and magnesium. And for a lot of people that struggle with head tension, you could be magnesium deficient. So adding in some type of magnesium supplement like this, you take 4 of these a day. This is a daily one, or something like Natural Calm, which is a powder that you can take to really work on increasing your magnesium, or doing an Epsom salt detox bath. So you could do 2 cups of Epsom salt, a cup of baking soda, and any of the oils that we talked about, like Aroma Touch. It's a great oil to really soak if you've got sore muscles. Add the oil to the Epsom salt, and then that will help to carry. If you put the oil in the bath, it's just going to float on the top and it's not going to be infused very well. So add it to the Epsom salt. You could do deep blue. You could do these together. You could do lavender. You could put your frankincense in there. You could put your copaiba, but you could do a nice little detox bath and a soak, which can also be really helpful and just kind of get those areas too. But what I like about these is they're very quick. They're very effective. You put past tense on, or peppermint, or deep blue, or the deep blue stick, you're going to feel it really quickly. You're going to feel it start to cool, start to work on those areas. And you can use the oils in conjunction with ice. I like the ice personally. I have had a few people say they like heat. So you could do heat. You could alternate between ice and heat, kind of depending on what feels best for you and what works well. But these are just some quick tips to help with head or neck tension when that comes in. And then just in addition to that, I would say, look at your hydration. Are you drinking enough water? You could have an underlying food sensitivity, gluten and dairy, sugar, highly inflammatory foods. So see if you've got a sensitivity to any of those. I'm a big fan of chiropractic adjustments, big fan of seeing a physical therapist to kind of look at posture and alignment, and maybe you're grinding your teeth, maybe you're tightening up, maybe your work setting isn't ergonomically the best fit for you. I love acupuncture. I love massage therapy. I think pulling in different tools and that integrative approach can be really helpful for a lot of people. Do you have any questions? You can type them into the chat, or you can unmute yourself. I know that was a lot. We're kind of rapid fire, but we wanted to get you feeling better really quickly.
No, that was amazing. And I wrote quickly. I kind of made a little cheat sheet of everything that you covered. So I will definitely like upload that later. And I mean, definitely reach out to Dr. Laura with your questions. And if you want, help with getting started with these, like I do some of these protocols and I just honestly I'm lazy. So I just have at my desk, I have like my past tense roller, like I've made up like a peppermint roller, like I just have like all that stuff ready to go. So if I feel it coming on, I'm like, oh, and I'm just doing my stuff right there. And I'm also like what you said, I like to layer. So I'm like, my diffuser going right now, like of, what I need to kind of reduce that tension. So I love the idea of like the supplement and rolling it on and also diffusing it. I think it's important to do it, multiple ways. So thank you so much. That was amazing.
Oh gosh, it's my pleasure. And just like what Lisa does for her community, she has her beauty conscious group, and it's such a wonderful place to learn. And I don't know about y'all, maybe you're not like me, but I was like not a makeup girl and very overwhelmed. I was like, she was like, you need primer. I was like, what the heck is primer? And Lisa just took me by the hand and was like, girl, I got you. It's fine. And taught me all these things, like these eyebrows, brought to you by Lisa David Straight Hair. I learned a lot from Lisa, and that's what I offer as well. So I have a Facebook group called Learning with Dr. Laura. It's open to everybody. It's free. We teach, we educate, we talk about things in there. And when you get started with oils with me, I'll hop on a Zoom or a call and I will walk you through everything. Like, don't worry. I know it can feel like learning a new language and it can feel overwhelming, but my job is to make it very simple. And even if you have questions, like we can always hop on a call, send me a message or comment or reach out to Lisa, and Lisa will connect you with me. But I'm happy to hop on a call and we can go over your specific health and wellness concerns. We can create a plan specific for you to really help you. And again, I don't think essential oils are a magic bullet. I don't think anything is, but it's a tool that's very safe and effective and doesn't have side effects and things that you can use in a pinch when you need it. And we have kind of a cool special going on. Like when people get started this month, you can actually get the Deep Blue Rub and the Copaiba soft gels for free, which is really cool. So if we can create a customized wellness plan for you, with a lot of things, it could be pain or it could be sleep or digestive issues, or maybe you just want some tools to support your immune system during this time, or maybe mental health. A lot of people are struggling with mental health issues right now. I would love to be your oil fairy and guide and walk you through this process, because it's been something that these tools, they've helped me a lot. And I've seen how they've changed a lot of people's health and wellness. And I would love to be that support person for you.
And you've definitely been that for me, and I appreciate it so much. I've learned so much from you, and I continue to learn, and I'm grateful for that. And I love your community on Facebook, and I love our collab. So thank you again for everything, Dr. Laura, and we're just so appreciative.
Thank you. And thanks for hanging with us, even with some technical challenges. And I will get replays and things up so we can have all that information there and make sure that everyone's supported.
Perfect.
And thanks, Katrina. It's my pleasure. I love to educate. I love to nerd out. It's fun. Well, thank you for having me, Lisa. It's always such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.